for all your comic book needs. Check out AlterEgoComics.com for action figures, statues, collectibles, comic books, and much more. Link is in the description below. Hey guys, welcome to Figure Friday. Today I will be reviewing the NECA Assassin's Creed Brotherhood Ezio in his Onyx Assassin attire. First, let's take a look at the packaging. So, easily looking at it, you can see it's from the Assassin's Creed Brotherhood video game. That's what it's based off of. It shows Ezio packaged here with his bow and arrow right there. Looks pretty cool. At the bottom it says Ezio, Onyx Assassin, 2 removable blades, a crossbow, 38 points of articulation, which is pretty good. And he's part of the player select line as well, and it says it's for ages 17 and up. So I'm safe to have this. Alright, looking at the side, you could see many different poses of Ezio. There's a flying pose, him standing with his blade out, and him in more of like a guarded pose there. All pretty cool, showing the different posability options you have for this figure, which there are plenty if you have the other ones. Taking a look at the back now, it is a poster for the Assassin's Creed Brotherhood video game, which is the 3rd one in the series. It's basically just a cover of the video game if you've played the game. It says Ezio Legendary Assassin, Memory 1, which is this other Ezio, which is him in this attire as seen here, his regular attire. That comes with 2 removable blades and 3 sets of hands. And then there's Memory 2 Ezio Wetland Ebony attire, which also comes with 2 removable blades and the captain's sword. And then in the middle, it just talks about basically Ezio's motives in the video game, about the Templars and things like that. And then at the bottom it just has NECA's info and the Ubisoft logo. And looking at this side of the box, it's just that another pose really of Ezio in a guarded position, along with Ezio's name and the Onyx Assassin text, along with a choking hazard in case you were trying to eat this figure and I don't know if you're really hungry or something that you want to eat it, but don't give it to your kids because this is the smallest piece here where the arrow is. So yep, let's take him out of the box now. Alright guys, so here is Ezio in his Onyx Assassin attire, fresh out of the package. One thing I just want to point out is that NECA does a fantastic job when it comes to detail on their figures, and they did a really nice job with this Ezio figure along with all the other Assassin's Creed figures. Just the amount of detail in his armor, as I'll show you, is just insane. They did such a nice job. I'm a huge fan of the Assassin's Creed series. He's one of my favorite video game characters, along with Agent 47 from the Hitman series. So to have figures of him, or the characters I should say in general, is just awesome, and they have a lot of articulation and things like that, so it's really cool. So to get started, let's look at him up close, starting with his head. So as you can see, Ezio has his hood on, hiding his eyes. NECA put a lot of detail into his face, even in his beard. If you feel his beard is not just painted, you could feel like as if it was hair. So they did a really cool job. If you look under the hood, the camera will pick it up, I'm not sure. You can see his eyes, but it's pretty cool how they are actually hidden like he does in the game. Just looking at his hood, there's all the little details, and they're all engraved on it. It's not just painted, so it's really cool. But it goes all the way around his hood. So they did a really nice job. Even the wrinkles and stuff to make it look like it's really cloth. It's just awesome. So then you have his collar to his cloak, and now his armor. So looking at his torso, you could see just all the insane details NECA put into his armor alone. So it's just really nice that they went all out with it. And you could see his assassin's emblem on his belt, all his mini knives on the sides. You can't pull those out. Those are just part of the plastic, unfortunately, even though that would be cool to have all those little throwing knives. But that is pretty neat. Looking at his torso first, you could see that he actually has a chest joint, which gives him that extra flexibility. It also twists left and right, so you can pose him. You have to be careful though, because a lot of his armor kind of restricts some of his movement, as I'll show you with his shoulder. So you could see the cool armor he has on his shoulder. He has ball jointed arms, so they can go up and down like this. They also have the swivel arm joint on his biceps, along with the ball jointed elbow joint that you could also twist left and right. So it's got a lot of crazy detail. The blades also actually do retract out of his wrist. This blade seems to be out pretty far. I'm not sure if in the game they go out that far, but be careful. As you can see, mine's already bending, so gotta be careful with them. I might have pulled it out too far, I'm not sure. But yeah, you could extend the blades back into his wrist. I recommend leaving them in because they are fragile, so just be careful. But you could just see all the armor in detail. Just ridiculous job they did. His wrist does turn. Just be careful because the blade is there. You don't want to bend it. And I believe his wrists are ball jointed, but I don't want to force it because it could end up breaking the blade, and I don't want his blade to break because that's the signature part of him. So the other arm is the exact same. It doesn't have that shoulder joint, so it has a little bit, or shoulder armor I should say. It does have a shoulder joint, so it has a little more movement and freedom than the other one. This blade retracts as well. As you could see, it's extended pretty far. You could push it back in, which is cool. This hand is open, so it gives you a little more freedom with the blade, but still be careful bending the wrist because you might end up bending the blade. But he has all the same articulation here, which is really cool. So going down him now, you can see the rest of his cloak, which is opened on the sides, allowing you to move his legs more freely. He does have ball jointed legs. Kind of have to play with the joint because it's so hidden under his cloak that it kind of restricts its movement again. But he has triple jointed knees, as you can see, so you have a lot of freedom there. He also has a swivel joint on his boot, so more freedom with that as well. He also has an ankle joint along with a toe joint, so you could pose him that way all you want, which is really nice. His boots are really neat with the detailed armor on them, and that the articulation is the same on both legs and both boots, so you just gotta kind of work around the leg joints. But yeah, he has the same knee movement and everything there, as you can see. So that's basically all the articulation for him. His head is ball jointed. I don't remember if I pointed that out, but it's kind of restricted by the hood, which is detached from the cloak, so you could move his head more freely. But now let's take a look at his backside. He has his little cape, which is really nice. It's pretty cool. just be careful that you don't pull it too far. But here you could see all the different detail of his little satchels and stuff that he has on his belt, with all his like smoke bombs and whatever else he had. I don't remember, but it's pretty cool they went all out with that. But yeah, you could just see all the crazy detail they put into this figure. It's really nice, and it's cool that they made the different colored outfits, not all of them, but some of them, that you could buy for Ezio in the game. So here is Ezio's crossbow, which is also very detailed, just like the figure. They put a ton of detail into it, so it's really cool. Did a really nice job with it. It's a nice accessory for him or the other ones if you want to give one of your other Ezios the crossbow. So very neat figure. They did a really nice job. If you're a fan of the series like me, I recommend getting it. Maybe you'll pick up his regular outfit, but this one's just as cool with the blue and black Onyx attire. So yeah, that's basically my review on this Ezio from the Assassin's Creed Brotherhood game. That's the review, so thanks for watching. I'll see you next week on Figure Friday, and don't forget to like the Facebook page to suggest future figures you want to see me review. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys soon.